Night. An empty station. The clock on the wall. 10 minutes late. Or maybe I came too early. Doesn't matter. A voice on the loudspeaker. Old, cracked like a worn-out record. Train 703. Arriving on track 3. Track 3 was dark. The lamps flickered, slower than a dying heart. No wind. And yet, the air was cold, as if a door stood open, to somewhere else. I was returning from a small town, business long forgotten. Tired, practical, no thoughts. I just wanted to sit, lean against the window, and let the night do the rest. The rails groaned softly, somewhere far away. A rumble, deep and hollow, like a coffin being dragged across stones. I was almost alone. The ticket clerk had vanished. The guard walked off into the dark. 2 figures sat frozen on a bench, as if painted there. And then, from the black horizon, the train arrived. It carried no light, only its shape cutting through the dark. Windows, black. Headlamps, dead. Only a low, heavy breath of iron. Like a sick animal finally reaching water. It slowed without screech. No sparks. No human sound. As if it traveled through air, not rails. I stepped back, but my legs betrayed me. They knew. If I didn't board, I'd be lost here. If I boarded, I'd be lost there. The doors clicked open, right in front of me. No conductor, no welcome aboard. I lifted my bag, checked my ticket, and saw there was no time printed. Only the date, only the direction. No departure, no arrival. A silly mistake, I thought, and stepped inside. The carriage was old-fashioned, not museum old, alive old. Wooden panels, brass handles, lamps caged in mesh. But the light wasn't light, just a pale haze, like the moon seeping through glass. Passengers sat straight, too straight. I saw shoulders, collars, the edge of a hat, a briefcase on a lap. But faces, no, shadows hid them. No one turned, no one coughed, no one even breathed. I took a seat by the window, bag at my feet, my watch, 12:17. Nothing strange. The doors sighed, the train moved, the rumble was steady, monotonous, but wrong. No clack of rails, only a constant hum, like a prayer repeated without faith. The landscape outside didn't move, black, endless. Now and then, faint ripples as if water stirred in a bottomless well. I pulled out my phone. No signal, no Wi-Fi, no bars, not even E. The clock read 12:17. I turned it off. On again. 12:17. "Excuse me," I whispered to the seat beside me. But no one was there. Seats were occupied, yet empty when I looked straight. Only from the corner of my eye. A shoulder, fingers on knees, a profile. I stopped looking. It was wiser that way. Fear teaches wisdom. Don't stare too long if you don't want to see. The train carried me. No stations, no announcements, no conductor. When sleep pulled at my eyes, soft as a blindfold, I heard a whisper. At first, like air conditioning, like a candy wrapper, like trees far away. But then words, indistinct. Dozens of voices at once, men, women, old, children, not speaking, remembering. Sentences no one dared say aloud. I pressed my forehead to the glass. Cold. But the glass wasn't glass, it was water. For a moment my fingers sank into it, then hardened back to solid. "Hey!" I shouted. "Is anyone there?" My voice came back muffled, as if through fur. Passengers didn't stir. The train kept humming. But the whispers stopped, vanished. like they were afraid. I stood, walked to the end of the carriage. The door was frosted. Behind it, a tall figure, a uniform, a cap like an old conductor. "Excuse me," I said, hand on the handle. Cold as ice. The door opened smoothly. The figure stood one step away, face hidden, only an outline, and a voice, flat, hollow. "Your ticket, please." I handed it. Something sharp pricked my finger. Rust, like a splinter. He gave it back. "Arrival time?" I asked. Pause. "It arrives," he said. "Where?" "Where it goes." "When will it stop?" "When it should." His head tilted, as if nodding to someone behind me. I turned. No one. Back again. He was gone. Only the empty door, the smell of rust, and words scratched into the glass. "Don't get off." Fresh. Wet. I touched them. My finger came away dark. Back to my seat, colder now. Passengers. Fewer. Or did I miscount? 12:17. My watch, my phone, the panel above the door. Everything. 12:17. Time folded like a newspaper in a pocket. The train jolted softly. Whispers returned. Closer, I caught fragments. "Don't turn back." "She's waiting." "Don't look out the window." "Don't stand while it's moving." I clenched my teeth, wanted to laugh, so I wouldn't scream. This is art, I thought. A stupid installation, a tourist trick. But tourists don't choke you with cold hands. Far ahead, doors slammed, metal groaned. And there, a girl stood, small, in a thin coat once blue, now gray, a toy rabbit dragging on the floor. Her eyes shone, but not with light, with shadow. "Are you alone?" I asked. No reply. She raised her hand, pointed at the door marked EXIT. Above it, scratched words. "Don't get off." "There?" I asked. She nodded, then whispered, barely audible, "When it stops, don't get off." She walked past the rows, past the silent not passengers. When she passed me, the air warmed for a second, then froze again. I didn't follow. I just watched her fade into the end, like a stain on a wall. The train lulled me. I don't remember dreams. I remember only dash dash. When my eyes opened, we were leaving a tunnel, a station, old, like cut from a family photograph. The sign broken, platform empty, one lamp steady, one flickering, one dead. The train was stopped. Passengers rose, all at once, like grass bending to wind. They filed out, silent, orderly, profiles for a second, then only collars, shoulders, hats. I rose too, followed, but above the door, glowing wet letters. "Don't get off." The conductor appeared, hand on the rail. "Your ticket," he said. "I showed you already." "Again." I gave it. He leaned close. Cold poured from him. "Exit to the platform," he said. "And after?" "After, like everyone else." "I don't want to." "Want is a word for the living." The doors opened. Cold struck my face. The platform waited. And in the distance, someone I almost recognized. A shadow with a familiar outline. I stepped forward, then froze. In the glass above the door. My reflection. But not me today. Me, years younger. Eyes alive, happy. I pulled back. The doors shut. Passengers gone. Only me. The conductor vanished. The train moved. The station sank into dark. I sat again, trembling hands. Voices swelled inside, clearer now. A man. I was late to see her. A woman. I didn't mean to fall asleep at the wheel. A child. Mom, there's a light. And one old, rough. Didn't sell the ticket in time. Now I sell forever. I pressed my ears. No use. The voices were in me. I walked forward. Another carriage. Different walls, colder air, frosted windows. And in the middle, the girl again. The rabbit beside her. I sat across. Why did you say, "Don't get off"? She thought. Long. Because those who get off come back. Here, she nodded. And those who stay. Go on. Where? She shrugged. Far enough. What's your name? When I first boarded, they called me Miller. Now what? A faint smile. Now, just a passenger. I shivered. The train hummed, time dead, stations endless. Doors with words scratched fresh. Don't look back. The girl faded. The rabbit fell on its side, like always. Another tunnel, another station, another choice. And the old voice on the loudspeaker, always the same. Train 703. This train arrives on time. Always, even when time has stopped.